Into our top story this morning, COGTA Minister Velenkosini Hlabisa will today hold dialogue with political parties on the review of the white paper on local government in Midrand, Johannesburg. The meeting will also look at local government restructuring and takes place ahead of the 2026 local government elections. Well, let's get an update from SABC News reporter Samkele Maseko for the latest on this story. Samkele, good morning to you.
Indeed, Leanne, the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Velenkosini Hlabisa, will be leading and spearheading this particular review of the white paper on local government and the restructuring of local municipalities within the country. To understand that the vast majority of these local governments are dysfunctional. Most of them have run out of revenue streams. Revenue collection when it comes to tax collections has gone down, and it also comes at a time when the Demarcation Board is also debating the issue of the demarcation of these particular wards. You take Mkungundlovu district as an example. There is that particular proposal to turn the Pietermaritzburg Msunduzi municipality into a metro, the amalgamation of Umgeni going to Richmond and ultimately to Mbofana to make that a metro municipality. But it also comes at a time as South Africa prepares for the local government elections next year. Mr. Minister Hlabisa, just the essence of this white paper on the restructuring of local government. We've seen the various reports of the Auditor General speaking about the dysfunctionality of municipalities, their lack of tax revenue generation as well.
Thank you very much, Samkele, and good morning to viewers of SABC. Indeed, this is a long journey. The history of municipalities in South Africa from 1995, we come from municipalities which were above 1,000, and the number has been decreasing every time when the Demarcation Board is making recommendations, up to 257 now. This process, which we launched on the 3rd of April, is going to be completed in March next year. In terms of boundaries, it will only have effect in 2031. But there are measures that can be effective as from next year. For instance, the funding model. The discussion that we have opened, which is continuing today, and submissions up to end of June, must come up with proposals that some of our municipalities, what makes them dysfunctional is a structural arrangement. They don't have a revenue base to collect, and their location is completely deep rural. Now, in 1998, the white paper said municipalities must collect 90% and the other spheres of government contribute 10%. That doesn't work. We need to visit the funding model. We must make municipalities financially sustainable in order to carry out service delivery. Secondly, we must consider the remuneration of councillors. If you want competent public representatives, you must not pay them peanuts. Members of provincial legislature and National Assembly are earning a reasonable or good salary. A consideration must be made even to councillors, because if you want them to give their full attention, not to be part-time, you need to consider remuneration. Thirdly, the issue of the salaries of the employees. If you want to attract an accountant from Durban to a deep rural municipality, you must pay a compensating salary that a person is moving from an urban area to deep rural. So we need to look at all those issues. Indeed, Samkele, there are municipalities that are not viable. We need to think big, that we need not maintain 257 municipalities, but the restructuring must consider the municipalities that will be fit for purpose, the municipalities that will be able to carry the aspirations of our people.
Minister, you are a former mayor in KwaZulu-Natal in Hlabisa. I come from a village in Applespoort in Mshwati, largely rural community, condensed with farms, forestry, and also sugarcane. the revenue generation of these municipalities? What is the main arbiter of getting revenue from the various businesses, the farms that are around these municipalities, whether in Limpopo, KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape, and other parts of the country, and the Western Cape as well?
Some of the municipalities do not even have a farm within their jurisdiction. Like, for instance, the municipality you are referring to, we have a big area, which is the park, the game reserve, which belongs to the government, which doesn't pay any rates. But business people, and that is what made the municipality where I was, went to an extent of the amalgamation of two smaller towns into one municipality, which made it a little bit more viable. It is able to adopt funded budget. It is able to deliver services. That is what we need to consider. But having done that, we need to embark on an aggressive campaign. Government departments owe municipalities. They need to pay municipalities. Business people owe municipalities. Ordinary citizens who are working and in a position to pay the rates and for services are not doing so. Why? Municipalities do not have indigent register. They do not know who qualifies to pay for services and who do not. This must be one of the items that must be done aggressively and given a time frame that every municipality, so that you know your tax base, you must have an indigent register, then you know who should pay and who should not be paying. And for the indigent people, there is a grant which municipalities must access. To access that grant, you must produce a credible indigent register.
Time is running out, Bulawayo. Just lastly, on the initiation season starting in the Eastern Cape and other parts of the country, in Mpumalanga, some of the boys are coming out of the initiation. What are you anticipating as the department within this initiation season?
Our target in 2025 winter initiation season is 0 death. We have been very vocal and not ambiguous on that one. We launched the initiation season in Free State, and all people who are involved in the initiation process, even now, we are making a clarion call. Let us treat the lives of our boys a resource we have, not even to lose one. The motto that abahambe bephila, bebuye bephila is what we want to see realized when the boys come home after the completion of the season.
Just your response to the arrest of Mayor Xolani Ngwezi in Umhlatuze municipality and the reported allegations against him?
Well, I have looked at the report. There are issues which appear to be a fabrication. You know, I wouldn't want to get more involved because it's a sub judice matter. And Mr. Ngwezi is going to handle it. We are living at a time where it is easy to destroy a name of a person with allegations, especially when it involves people who are service providers. We are looking at the matter and we will allow the legal process to take its course. We wouldn't want to interfere unnecessarily. At the right time, we will make our pronouncement.
Thank you very much, Minister. I will be engaging with you in the next weeks. I will be contacting Mashasha on party issues of your political organization. That is Minister Velenkosini Hlabisa speaking on the white paper and the restructuring of local government within the country. The funding model, a very key issue that was also raised by the Auditor General, particularly when you look at some of the malfeasance that takes place in these municipalities where a number of councillors within the city of Johannesburg and also officials have been fingered in having direct contact or relationships with service providers. You go to rural municipalities, the funding model is not working for them as they are unable to collect revenue within their municipality, as there are no people paying rates and taxes, using COGTA Hlabisa as an example, that particular municipality and other municipalities across the country that are seemingly dysfunctional. One that comes to mind is how South Africans in Limpopo, in Malamlele, protested for that Lim 321 municipality, which ultimately saw the construction of that particular municipality in Limpopo. Is it viable or not? Those are the debates that will be raging here today, where political parties will also make representations later on today. Leanne.
Samkele, Maseko, thank you for that update. And yeah, interesting, very interesting story, that one indeed.